So what do you think people and leaders need to know about AI and they don't understand?
Wow, it's a hard, it's a huge question.
Yeah.
First of all, they need to understand. First of all, they need to acknowledge. They need to understand it. It's not the problem of this engineer. It's their problem. You see that, by the way, in many cases, you see that in with the parents, which says, "I don't understand this technology, and I don't know what my kids are doing in TikTok, and that's it." First of all, they need to understand. It's their problem to understand how does it work, because the impact on society is huge.
I totally
It's huge.
understand. I totally agree what you're saying. I totally agree. And I think
And
that most people just think, yeah, it's another technology, it's another, okay, it's just that. And I could say, like for me, if we're talking about TikTok and social networks in general, the fact that it's so narrowing the way that you see the world, because these machines are understanding what you need and they're doing exactly only that, and they're just narrowing your point of view of the world, is really devastating for young people and for people in general. And the implications could be their mental health, the way they relate to society, the way they relate to each other, the way they understand the world. So it's like you cannot be like, there is nothing more important than that for these young people. And it's not only because it's like most people say, yeah, it's fun, it's humor, they're just doing that for fun, but it's much more than that. So I totally agree with what you're saying right now.
I was bored, and this is a system that helped me not to be bored. No, it's
Yeah.
actually a good thing that you be bored a little bit as a kid. It will give you idea of what. So
Yeah,
I
I
think that
agree.
I think that going back to your original question, the first thing that leaders need to understand is that it's changed the world and much faster than in the past. When the again, going back to Ford, when he invented the car, it was physical, and no one, all the leaders thought, okay, it's something physical in our world. We need to understand how it's going to impact us, and they create rules on that. And they say that a pregnant woman cannot use a car because it's dangerous, which is crazy, but that was the rule at the beginning.
Yeah.
But they all understand that it's something that they need to address because it was physical. Last week, the European Union decided that he is not going to create regulation about synthetic media because it's not big enough. Not big enough. Of
What?
course, it's of,
It's gonna be big enough.
and when it's big enough, it will be too late to create
Yeah.
the.
So you wouldn't do anything. You wouldn't have anything to do.
I think that people get confused if something is virtual, and even more than that, if something is virtual and AI black box, and they say, okay, this is not related to us, it's engineer. It's not.
Yeah. Yeah. Same goes for blockchain and crypto and everything. It's the same
Same
thing.
algo trading, all the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah, I totally
Yes.
agree with that. So it's something that is really important for our world.